Welcome to Learning with KG, and today I want us to talk about design thinking, a concept that may not be very new to a number of us, but I want to talk about design thinking in a metaphor so that it can be simplified and we probably have a deeper understanding. Now, imagine solving a problem in a way that puts people first. I think that would be amazing, right? Now, design thinking is all about putting people first. Design thinking is all about putting your customer, your client, your user first. And it is out of that it gained the name human-centered approach to problem solving. So you are likely to hear most people refer to design thinking as a methodology that put human first, that put users first. In later episodes, we'll be looking at how does design thinking do that. But let's probably dive into a metaphor that will explain design thinking much better. Now, I normally think of design thinking as baking a cake. When you want to bake a cake for your people, number one, you must understand your people. You must understand these people in terms of taste. What is it that they like? Okay? Their taste and preferences, so to speak. So you'll have to do a deliberate effort to try to unearth these taste and preferences from the people that you want to bake your cake for. And that is number one phase of design thinking, which we call empathy, where you're trying to understand the user, or in this case, the people who will consume your cake in terms of their taste, their likes, their preferences. After that, you'll move on to plan your ingredient or your recipe. And in this, you're basically trying to define the problem. They have told you what they like. So the next thing is now trying to put that into a recipe. Okay? And after that, now you try out different ingredients that you think can result to the recipe that you have, or the problem that you have defined. Now, the trying out different ingredient, it is what we call in design thinking ideation, okay? Because you're trying to ideate, you're coming up with different idea that would result to solving the problem that you have identified. After that, after you have tried your different ingredient, it is time to bake your cake, okay? So in this case, we refer to that as prototyping, where you're trying to bake a test cake that you hope will resolve the problem that you defined, or that will match the taste of your user. After prototyping, or after caking the test cake, then now you would move on to test the cake that you baked. And testing the cake is where now you give your people to taste the cake, and you get to collect their feedback. How do they feel? Was the cake, what they expected? Okay? And at this point, you are likely to get very good feedback. They will tell you that this ingredient was too much, or the sugar was too much, or the chocolate or the caramel was too much. And that is what we refer in design thinking as testing. And testing is a very crucial stage in design thinking, because it is where you get feedback from the users. Remember, any solution is you're developing a solution for the user. And it is at this point where the user get to experience your cake. It is at this point they get to give you feedback. But even more importantly is at this point you get to see their reaction as they eat the cake. So even where they may not tell you, their visual, their body language will speak a lot. Thank you. I hope this has somewhat help you to understand what design thinking is in a very simple language.